Naeem Blansar and Luis Diaz Aleg are two of Byte24 travelers that visit several biotech projects and institutes in Europe. In Wageningen, the Netherlands, the Byte24 travelers visited NoPalm ingredients. This starter uses fermentation to produce an alternative for palm oil from food waste streams.
Very similar to palm oil in terms of composition and properties, but is produced in a much more sustainable way.
I love it. It is the perfect example of circular economy. We really need to find alternatives for palm oil, and they are doing it. They are using any type of organic waste to do a non-sterile fermentation to produce oil, microbial oil, which is perfectly sustainable.
It is a very simple process. So we use, for example, a process similar to beer brewing, where in the beer industry they use fermenters and then the yeast are producing alcohol. Well, we use the same process, but instead of producing alcohol, our yeast are producing oil.
You have to know how to do it, but it's simple. Yes, it's just using any type of waste, like potato peels, just put it in a bioreactor with the yeast, and then let it ferment for a while. Yeah, so it's pretty simple, but at the other hand, pretty complicated too.
We have a few steps. It starts with actually upcycling side stream. We use a waste stream from the agri-food industry as a raw material. We pre-process them in a way that they become fermentable. That's where we use our yeast and our knowledge of fermentation process to make those yeast produce yeast. And then we have a last step, which is the extraction of the oil to reach a very similar composition to a palm oil.
Well, I actually came to this company with a very different expectation. I thought they did precision fermentation with a lot of fancy biotech and fancy equipment, but that also comes at a high cost and often with a lot of wastes that you can't use anymore. But it's actually a very simple process. You take a waste stream, you pre-treat it a little bit, you do a fermentation, which is actually not even sterile, which reduces the cost a lot. And then you have the yeast that accumulate the oil, so you can just press them out. And you can still also use the biomass as well. So you have zero waste almost, which is amazing.
There's a very big opportunity in the food industry where most of the volumes of palm oil are being used. But palm oil is also present in 7 out of 10 personal care products. So there's also big opportunities in personal care, cosmetics, but also pet food. At the moment, we actually scaled our technology to 2,000 liters, and we have our own pilot line producing a few kilos of oil per batch. And by the end of the year, we want to scale up to 50,000 liters to produce industrial volumes for our customer to test on their production line. We want, by the end of 2025, to have our first demonstration factory up and running so that we can prove the technology and the business model and ultimately start our own commercial factory in the year following that.
I'm very eager to see how it will evolve in the coming years, but I really believe in this technology.
You want to work here, huh?
Yes, I really do. Yeah, I looked at the timeline, so I think I could fit it in after my PhD.